Hello and welcome back. In this module, we are going to be using Claude Code to work on an existing project. I already explained this project. We know what this project is about. I'm going to run the terminal right now so we can see visually what the project looks like, and we're going to continue, or rather begin working on it, modifying things and seeing how Claude Code can literally help us to code. And something beautiful about this is that it has access to the entire code base, so things would be done super fast. Whereas if you were using the chat window, you would literally have to do a lot of work to make things work. So I have this other terminal here. I'm gonna come over here, just hit enter for a minute, hit enter again. All right, clear this, and I'm gonna do npm run dev. Okay, this is something that Claude can actually do for us, but also I think I should actually add it to the memory, and I'm gonna do, how do you add it to memory? Use a hashtag, correct? Yes. So I'm gonna tell Claude, let's do that. Say, do not run the projects automatically because I prefer running it myself. And I should prefer running it myself. Well, sometimes, like, if we begin using, say, MCP servers, like the Playwright MCP server, though this command might be there, for that instance, whenever it has to use it, it may run a separate npm run build or npm run dev, whatever. But on the normal scenario, it wouldn't run it automatically until I actually run it. So I'm going to add this to the memory, hit enter, and it's going to be the project memory. If I do Control J to collapse this and come over here, you're going to see that do not run the project automatically because I prefer running it myself. Wonderful. Come over here back. Okay. So we're going to go here. I'm going to do npm run dev and kick start that one. And we should be able to see localhost 3000 over here. I'm going to click that to open it up. Go back to our terminal. And now let's first see what's over here and then start modifying it. In modifying it, we're gonna use precise prompting, utilize all of the things we've learned so far, for instance, how to reference files or folders, to bring a little bit of specificity into the prompt so Claude performs at its peak. So we'll take a little bit of time here waiting for this to load, and once it's done, we'll come back and continue. All right, here we are. This is the project I was working on, just a side project, and we have this website. So over here we have pre-built websites, or you could call them website templates, or literally they're websites, and you'd have them view one. Couple of things here I need to change. For instance, over here, I don't want the price to be shown. I want it to be there, but only when the user manual clicks on them to see what's, so to see the actual price, then it should be shown. All right, and over here I want to change, so if I change this to USD, over here we have the $ constant. If I change this to pound, you see it's still constant. If I change it back to Naira, it's still constant. So I want to make sure that with the change here, whenever I change this one as well changes. Okay, so let's go into, let's check out one of these projects. Let's say we want to take a look at let's say this one. So over here we have this, and you can see whenever you check out the images here, I want us to have a little bit of animation that should be seen when a new image is being transitioned in, whether from the left to the right. Okay, so we're gonna do that one. Okay, and whatever else we want to do. So I'm gonna go back to templates, and we're gonna go back to our terminal, and now we have stuff to do. Okay, but even before doing that, you know what? Let's just have a little bit of visual feel first before we start looking at some other aspects. So I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna say page. You see, we're using that right now, page.tsx. We're gonna say for each website template box, the price is currently displayed. I don't want that. I want, or let's say instead, let's have a subtle reveal that happens manually only when the user clicks. Design should be simple but exquisite with animations and reveal and hide. Right, now this is what we want to achieve first, and before we actually do this, we're gonna turn on the plan mode, and to turn on that would be shift and tab. Do it again, you can see that thinking mode is turned on. If I hit tab, see it's turned off, and tab is turned on, and we're just gonna add it. And over here, if I hit shift enter, yeah, it's gonna enter the next line, and I'm gonna say let's plan first before you begin. I'm gonna hit enter. So what Claude is gonna do would be to actually look through precisely what my prompt is about and come up with a plan on how to achieve that. And now you can see this. Claude wants to enter plan mode to explore and design an implementation approach. I'm going to say yes. It's not like it's a big feature we want to change, just a simple functionality, right? Just simple stuff there, nothing much, but this is going to show you how interesting Claude Code can be. It could be something large, a large logic you want to implement, and you can say, hey, let's plan this first, and it's going to look through that prompt and come up with a wonderful plan. All right, so here we are. It says perfect. I've explored the template card components now and need to clarify some design decisions with you before creating a final plan. Okay, and now it says, what should users click to reveal the price? Icon of view price. Now it gives you a little bit more room to choose exactly how you want it to be, rather than it just, implementing something without you being a part of the decision making. And over here you can see icon or view price icon. So I think view price would be nice. Once it's done, we're gonna go on. So it says add an elegant click to reveal interaction for temp prices on the home page. Prices will be hidden by default, replaced with an eye icon that users can click to toggle visibility with smooth fade and scale animations. Okay, so pretty much everything actually looks fine to me. So I'm just gonna leave it that way. So you could go rate everything if you're working on your own project and came up with the plan. You could literally rate everything, and if you want to change something, go ahead and change it. But if it's okay with you, you can just go ahead with it. I already did go ahead with it, and now it should be done. It says excellent, I've successfully implemented the feature. Okay, good. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to our browser and see where we're at. So here we are. So we can see this. Okay, that's wonderful. I think I could have picked the view price. Okay. So something that we can do, if I wanted to take a screenshot of this and take it back to Claude, I will do Windows Shift S, and I'm just gonna take this part and go back to Claude, and to paste it here, I'm gonna do alternate the Alt key plus V, but if I were using this Claude Code GUI, I'm gonna use Ctrl V. This is a Windows PC, by the way. So Alt V over here to paste that, and I'm gonna say let's have the view price label by default, and when the user opens it, then we should have it the way it's in the screenshot. Okay, in other words, when they go to the browser, they should see view price first, and then once they've opened it up, now it can show up this way and they can close that. All right, hit enter. All right, so it's done. We're gonna come over here to see what we have. You can see there, now we have view price, and once you click there, you have this. You can view the price and you can close it. Good. View the price, you close it. It's wonderful. You can close this one. You can view the price. Same thing with this one. You can view the price and you can close it. Okay, so it's actually nice this way. So if a user is interested, they actually can view the price. So this is better. Then I'm going to do something else. This one over here. But all of the things I want to do right now, I'm no longer gonna just take it one after the other. Anyways, I could do that though. For instance, we could use the Windows Shift S to take a screenshot of the same part here on the website and take it back to Claude to implement a change. So over here, I'm gonna say let this be dynamic, or let the currency symbol be dynamic. Whatever currency is selected from the drop down should be the symbol that should be displayed. Okay, that's simple enough. We're gonna hit enter. It's in the issue and it's gonna make the change. And whilst it's doing that, you can see the things are coming in here. Now, when users switch currencies, the drop-down icon will automatically update to match. Okay, but there's an error here though. Let's see what the error is about. Okay. I'm gonna copy this. And let's see actually if it works first. Click on this. It doesn't work. Doesn't work. Okay, I'm gonna come back here. And let's use the GUI a little bit. Just open this up. The fact that we're working on this file, we're here right now, it's gonna select it over here. If I were to open something else, you can see it selects that file over here. So over here, here we are, and here you could see ask before edit, and edit automatically in plan mode. So we're gonna switch it to edit automatically. Okay, and I'm gonna say this line has an error. In this file, please fix. So this is the GUI, the graphic user interface, and it's nice. You can use it, or you can use a CLI. Alright, so it's done. The error should now be resolved. We're gonna come over here and we're gonna switch. It's already working. So whilst we're switching, you can see over here that it changes. And switch to this, it changes. Nice. Okay, and then we can view price, switch as well, changes. Good. So that's great. The next thing that we want to do would be to work on a few more things. So I actually realized that this area on mobile, the text could get quite long on the horizontal axis, the x-axis, and not be nicely responsive. So we're gonna fix that one. And again, the other one I talked about, when you click on this, view details, and it opens this up. Whenever you go to the next image, I want to also have a little bit of transition or animation for the transition over there. But to do all of that, I don't want to no longer take a screenshot, go back. I mean, we could still take screenshots, but I want to cut down a lot of the manual work we're doing right now. Since we're using Claude Code, we should be able to use it at its fullest. Okay, so we're gonna go back over here and we'll go back to Claude Code. So I'm gonna open up the terminal and I'm gonna just come over here, or we can open up another terminal so we can do the installation. So get introduced here to MCP servers, MCP model context protocol. That's literally what it means. The acronym MCP means model context protocol. The purpose is to extend Claude's capabilities with external tools. For instance, we're going to be using the Playwright MCP server right now. It's going to be able to open up your browser, all right, and it's going to be able to take screenshots, modify your code, go back to the browser, check if things are going well, resize your browser to either the tablet version or mobile version, check for responsiveness, like literally view everything, not just working with the code with its wonderful intuition or intelligence, but it's gonna be able to see what's going on. So, and there are lots of MCP servers. So if you want to go ahead and install this, so you can literally use this one. Okay, hit that, hit enter, and we'll see what we'll have. So I don't actually need to do that though, because I believe I actually do have it. So here you can see MCP server Playwright already exists in local config. So I don't have to do that, but you need to do that. So just make sure you copy this, Claude MCP add Playwright npx, then in quotes, add Playwright /MCP at latest. Do that. Let's go back to our Claude. So here I'm going to say add page. Oh, I don't really need to specify. Go could say when you click on. So I'm going to close this and view details. Yeah, when you click on view details in the website's template box in the home page, it takes you to the website template page. In that page, I want us to have a slick animation when you click to scroll/view the images, whether from left or right. The images should be, or rather, the animation should be like some puzzle/grade effect. Use a playwright. Right, here we go. If we go to any of the website templates over here, we're gonna see that it works. If I click here, you're gonna see that we have that puzzle or grid animation. You see that? Okay, I think it's a little bit fast and it could be a lot less harsh because right now it seems too harsh. Probably not, but if you want to make more edits to this, you can absolutely do that. Look at that. All right, so that's cool. So literally all we had to do, let's go back. We can change the pricing over here. Oh, the pricing doesn't actually, the symbol doesn't actually change here. But if we go back to the home page over here, it changes. You're right. Okay, that's great. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go all the way to the terminal. I want to say we want the currency change to also work in the website templates page, just as it works in the home page. Referring to the currency symbol appropriately changing with the correct selected currency from the currency drop down. So we're just gonna fix that one. So pretty much you can see that with Claude Code, you can do everything. Now the beautiful thing about this is that you can have the AI Claude Code have access to your entire code base, and literally that's what it does. It accesses all of your code base, all of your files in your code base, and it works for you. So think about a situation where you had to use the Claude.ai, the chat window, and come back here when you weren't using Claude Code. But right now, with Claude Code here, you don't need to switch between your chat window and your Visual Studio Code or your code editor. You can literally have everything working right here, and that's the beauty about this. And if you want to reference one file, sometimes you could be working on a lot of things, multiple files. You got to edit this, you got to edit that. You don't have to keep switching between different tabs and trying to make things work, copying and pasting. That's really wonderful. I mean, every now and then you can go over here. I'm going to collapse this for a little bit and use this GUI interface as it works very nicely. And also, you could also go to your browser and open up Claude.ai and use that interface as well. Sometimes you just would want to do that. So whichever one you want to do, but the fact that you have, or Claude Code has access to your entire code base, that is just very nice. You know, you might want to change something across your entire code base and you don't want to overwrite the scripts. The fact is that you're not even doing much. You just literally prompting, and once you prompt correctly, it's gonna carry out that. And that's really wonderful. All right, here we go. The currency system now works seamlessly across your entire website. So we're gonna go check it out. So over here, this is the home page. Oh, I think it actually brought it over here though. So we just changed that. I didn't really ask for that though. So I could just literally go back and undo that, but it's fine. It's fine. I mean, over here, then there might not be any need for us to have it over here, right? Because it's up there, right? But you could do that. Maybe I'm gonna do this later. But if I were to scroll, then over here, I cannot change the property, or rather, the currency. And all I'm gonna do would be to do it over here, except I scroll up to find it. So placing it over here is fine as well. Let me do that and change this to pound. Let's see. Nice. Okay. All right, that's cool. So we're gonna click any of these and see what's going on. I'm gonna view details here, and we'll have this. Let's see. You see that it kind of like it chops the image into a grid. Okay. Well, that's quite an interesting animated transition right there. Anyways, we're just gonna leave it like that. Later on, I could append or, you know, make it better. Alright, so that one actually works. And right here, if I were to change this, okay, that works as well. Nice. That works as well. Okay, so that's really good. I think then there wouldn't be any need to actually have this one over here. Okay, so with Claude Code, you can do a lot.